A lot of you watch this, Israelis queuing for a Portuguese passport, and ask yourselves, why, how did we get here? And I'm going to tell you. But to explain this, I'm going to have to take you to 1492, the year in which Spain became Spain. Which Ferdinand and Isabella, the Catholic kings of Aragon and Castile, managed to conquer the last Muslim kingdom in the Iberian Peninsula, Granada. One of the objectives of the Catholic kings was to have a wholly unified Christian nation. So they started off with the Treaty of Alhambra, in which they expelled all of the non-converted Sephardi Jewish people that lived in their kingdoms. All of these people went to Portugal for a fee. As for the Muslims, they eventually expelled them 15 years later. I do have a point, I'm getting to it. The Portuguese kingdom swelled with Sephardi Jewish people and was better off for it. Their expertise in finance and in commerce were vital for the expansion of the Portuguese colonial empire. But Manuel I, the king, wanted to marry the daughter and heiress of the Catholic kings. And to do so, he agreed to an unspoken clause in their marriage contract, which was to expel all infidels from Portugal. And he decided to expel them all at the same time. And that meant the active Muslim population that lived in the south of Portugal. In 1497, however, he realized that if he expelled all of the Sephardi Jews, the skills that they brought in finance, in trade to the Portuguese Empire would be lost. So he forcefully converted the people who hadn't left fast enough, creating a subclass of citizens that would eventually be hunted down by the Inquisition. He didn't force conversion on the Portuguese Muslims because he was afraid of the backlash that he might receive in the north of Africa where he was expanding. And now we finally get to why the Israelis were queuing for passports. In 2015, Portugal approved a law that was in fact reparations for the descendants of Sephardi Jewish people. Yes, just them. Muslim people were excluded outright. And I think that there are two reasons for that. One is the myth of the Judeo-Christian civilization. Second is the expansion of whiteness after the period of the Second World War that included Jewish people. More than 110,000 people were approved in this scheme, potentially around 70% Israelis. And from 2015 to 2022, it was a free-for-all. To be able to get a Portuguese passport, you didn't have to know the language, live in the country, or know the culture. You needed to be a descendant. The only people who were able to check this were two Jewish organizations that had deep connections to Israel that are based in Lisbon and Porto. In 2022, it came to a halt when Roman Abramovich got a Portuguese passport, and there was a whole investigation regarding the malpractices around the issuing of these passports. The enterprise was tightened, new requirements were made, but all of it came to a halt in June this year. Now, don't get me twisted, I'm pro-reparations. What I'm against is the hypocrisy of the people who started the process of chattel slavery and deny that reparations are needed across the board, continue to be Islamophobic structurally, having the audacity to turn away people from countries that they colonized. But now you know.